Anyways, yes, so live for each second without hesitation. What this means is bask in the moment. That's just the only way I can explain it. Bask in the moment without hesitation. Do what is necessary right now. Do not think too much. We tend to worry. We tend to have anxiety over what hasn't even come. You're not promised tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. So this a minute. In fact, you don't even know if you're going to be alive in the next few minutes or few hours. So this second that you have is your present. What you do with it is solely based on you. So you can control that. You cannot control tomorrow. You cannot control the next few hours, but you can control this very minute. And so live without hesitation and live to your fullest. Bask in every moment and enjoy it. And today is Friday. So we're going into the weekend, and that's the reason why we're giving you this quote to ensure that you're just letting your hair down, having a good time this weekend. If it's rest that you want to rest, if it's movies you want to watch, anything you want to do, make sure that you're leaving for each second without hesitation.
Yes, and while you're doing that, because a lot of people sometimes abuse this saying more or less, and say you can be wild in a way that will be negative to the people around you. That's not it. Live in such a way that you'll be asking yourself constantly, if I were to drop dead tomorrow or the next moment, what will I be remembered for? What are the things that I will be remembered for? When you are on your sick bed and you think that you're going to die, the things you regret are the things that you left undone. So what is it that you have left undone that is wholesome enough that you would say, I wish I did this more, so that when I'm remembered, I'll also be remembered for this good thing that I have done. So live for the moment. Live without fear. That's more or less what it is. Today is what you have. It's the present that you've been given. Unbox that present and just enjoy it. No need thinking about, yes, it's good to say, okay, what if I live till tomorrow? What am I going to eat and all that? But remember the promise you were given that even the birds of the air, they do not have a budget or something, but
they defend so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only humanity that, or humans that do everything for fun. They don't do it out of necessity, you know. Sometimes you just eat because you can't afford it. Sometimes you do a lot of things because you even fight for fun. So, but every other creature does things according to need. If you enter into a lion's den, for instance, when they have just eaten, they're just going to be looking at you.
Because they're not hungry.
They're not hungry until when they are hungry. So humans should think about what is necessary and do that at that moment and just live their life without fear.
Yeah. So listening to you talk, you were talking about, you know, being remembered for something. And I remember this saying, or it was someone talking about, you might picture yourself at your funeral. What do you, when you walk in there and you see your family, your friends, what are the things they will be saying? Are they going to be saying you lived a very full life? Are they going to be saying you did not do so much? So I feel like that's something that should always be in your head every single day, that I can drop dead tomorrow. And what I do today, you know, determines how well I lived my life.
My family will not tell the truth at the funeral. Nobody tells the truth at the funeral.
All right, let's move over to our top trending stories. This first one talks about the Olympics. Nigerian cyclist borrows bicycle from German team. Nigerian cyclist Ese Lovina Ukpeshere, competing in the Paris Olympics, faced a challenge when she lacked a bicycle for the keirin and sprint events due to short notice of her participation. The German cycling team Bund Deutscher Radfahrer stepped in to assist her by providing her with a bicycle. She expressed her gratitude on social media, highlighting the German team gesture as a demonstration of Olympic sportsmanship. This act of support underscores the Olympic spirit of mutual aid and camaraderie among athletes from different nations despite competitive rivalries. So when I saw the story, I saw it on social media and there were lots of comments about it. And most people were just like, this is the height. I mean, why can't you, I know it is short notice, but why can't we make sure that we have everything on ground? I mean, what's the Olympics committee doing? What's the AFN doing? If your athlete is supposed to go there right now, everything is supposed to be prepared. So that means, were you not prepared?
Well, the short notice thing is what I do not understand. I have not had the details. I've seen this headline. I tried to read up on it, but was distracted. I don't know what the details are. But from the write-up, I understood that it is not a Nigerian thing per se. It's something that can happen to any nation, and there've always been this cooperation between Olympic athletes and all that. And that's the commendation I just want to make today, that the Germany team didn't hold back, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
And the fact that the spirit didn't just leave the cyclists, our own Nigerian cyclists, that, oh,
because
I entered late and all that, I cannot compete. Whether she won or not, I like the spirit that with which she entered that competition. So I just want to say,
I mean, we're appreciative of the
Yes.
German team, and that's what sportsmanship is all about, is the fact that regardless of both of us fighting for the same title,
Yes.
I can still say, you know what, take your shot, I will take mine. It's not you being at a disadvantage that would make me get mine. It should be based on merit.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that the German team was there to, you know, support and say, okay, even though this is short notice, here is an emergency bike. What I'm just saying is, I think the Nigerian team should have prepared better, because I'm sure there are circumstances like that, unforeseen circumstances, things could happen. And why I'm saying this is because there was another athlete, you know, that complained that she wasn't even entered into the Olympics, even though she had qualified.
yeah, for a particular event.
Yes.
Favor of Philly or something.
Yes, favor
like
of
that.
Philly. She had qualified. So right now, it's just showing like gaps that you would expect, like holes that you would have expected to be plugged, and everybody should have been prepared.
Yes, this is not. I'm not even talking about this event, but this event is what has triggered a discussion on what happens before, during, and after the events, the global events that we participate in. You find out that the preparation is so low all the time, and that's why even in football, in basketball, in every sport that we do, we find that our people go back, not because they do not have the skill, but because the training and the preparation was not there. In fact, and then administrative bottlenecks are also there. And then when they wait to the time of, let's say, Olympics, you find the contingent that is going as officials sometimes outnumber the people who are really competing. There must be one director here, this, that, there, and there are so many. If there are 100 athletes, you might have 110 officials going. So why spend all this money if you know that you can use this same money to prepare properly?
Yeah.
And then that's the same reason one of our athletes left Nigeria because of all these kinds of things, went back to the U.S. and competed for the U.S., and she won a silver medal.
In fact, so most of the comments that I was saying, someone was like, this is the height. Another person said, if you are, you know, if you're for Nigeria, maybe in any sports event, well, I don't even know what you're going through, because I'm sure there is a lot that happens that if you were in a saner climb, of course it would be better. But in Nigeria, there's so many administrative
personal development, otherwise
issues.
you're gone.
Right. There's so many administrative issues that sometimes even frustrate your efforts. And now we're seeing so many people move over to other countries, go and, you know, represent those other countries. And we're complaining. We're complaining that all of our talents are leaving. But what are you doing? You're giving them the push factor. You're pushing them away to go to other countries.
We clap for them and say, our own Nigerian born or the Nigerian American. We'd like to attach our names to successes.
Why can't it just be Nigerian? And we know it seems like we're just not developing. And sometimes it can be frustrating.
If you go to football academies and all that, it is not talents you see most times. It's the children of the rich who can pay for this place.
Yes,
Scouts
slots.
will come, but
They're
they will cut
slots.
them out. Yes. So I have the millions to pay, and my child that has been eating pizza all his life and growing fat will be the one that will be in the academy and all that. And then we find a very formidable team at the junior level. They never grow into the senior level because somewhere along the line, someone is asking for bribe here, this and that. It's really disheartening.
I feel like the sports federation in Nigeria needs to be overhauled.
So let's see what the sports minister will do, especially in the case of Favor of Philly, because he said he was going to investigate and all that. Let the heads begin to roll. Let's see that things are being done rightly.
Exactly.
Okay, now the Department of State Services, DSS, has denied any involvement in the recent invasion of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC headquarters in Abuja. DSS spokesperson Dr. Peter Afunanya clarified that the agency did not conduct any operation at the NLC office. The presidency has not responded to inquiries about the incident and the alleged confiscation of documents from the NLC headquarters. A source from the presidency declined to comment, requesting to be left out of the situation. Okay, that's interesting. So if it is not DSS,
then who is it?
Who is it? Is it the police, ordinary police, permit the word ordinary, or is it the army? Because yesterday I saw a clip, let me just digress a bit. I saw a clip of the Minister of Women Affairs or something.
Yes, yes.
That was quarreling that somebody impersonated.
Yeah, she stopped the event.
So this is an impersonation as well. So if it is not the DSS and they made it look like it's the DSS should take it up and investigate and tell us who did that.
Exactly.
As simple as that. Not just saying we are not the ones. Tomorrow you will say, okay, we didn't know, we didn't send him, we have arrested him. Just like the army chief was saying that they are investigating.
So if their premises, if their headquarters is going to be invaded by these officials, then who are they? Fish them out. Let us know them.
Simple.
Don't just, Fubara's properties, claiming he does not have the monopoly on violence. The ex-chairman who served during Wike's tenure alleged that Fubara directed protesters to Wike's residence, and they vowed to respond by targeting Fubara's assets. State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joseph Johnson, dismissed the ex-chairman's claims as irrelevant and claimed that they are interfering in matters beyond their jurisdiction. Johnson also alleged that the ex-chairman have been involved in secret meetings aimed at escalating the protests into a state of emergency, dismissing their actions as futile. A lot happening in Rivers State, and it's getting to about a year. I thought by now, because we've had like different scenes, Act 1, scene.
Supported an APC candidate and a Labour Party candidate. So that was anti-party activity. So it was suspended alongside other people, and they did some few things. And I was asking myself, the Wike that supported the APC presidential thing and about anybody at all, and nobody's talking about it. What kind of a society are we even living in? And he's being fingered as the person who is causing the mayhem in Rivers State, because he has a faction that is loyal to him, who is not a sitting governor, and who are making life unbearable for the people who are at the helm of affairs, which should not be. In other places, this cannot happen.
How can you be an ex-governor and you still want to rule the affairs? You had your time. Why did you not do everything you wanted to do in your time? Now it's my time, and you're supposed to be facing somewhere else. You are the minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Why are you still meddling in the affairs of Rivers State? I understand that you are, a Rivers man. Of course you will.
For instance, see, the governor has come into office, and all the House of Assembly members, there are about 30 or a puppet if you do that. And that cannot happen. It shouldn't happen. You can be there, pull the strings and all that. But
now, when we return, we'll be reviewing the papers. But first, let's look at the weather. Please stay with us.
Welcome to Bayes University with the Baba Ahmed University in Kano, following our lead. Join us at Bayes University and invest in your future today.
Bayes University is the institution that you will get the best value for money education in Nigeria.
Bayes University, learn to live.
I will take you through this amazingness today.
Welcome to Plus Trending. I am Buki November, your host, saying thank you for joining us on today's episode.
Welcome back. It's tea time on Plus